Welcome to Channel AMEC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested in migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side so once all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Right, today's video we're going to talk about the priority sectors for the National Innovation Visa, which was formally announced and it's official since Saturday last week. So we're going to focus on the Tier 2 priority sector. By means our previous video we're talking about the Tier 1. Now we're going to focus on the Tier 2. So what's the difference between Tier 1 and Tier 2? Now it's pretty obvious. Tier 1 will be more prioritized, but that doesn't mean Tier 2 is not important. Although it's less prioritized, but we are still worth of looking into it, because if you're in Tier 2 but you have a major international achievement, of course you're more than, I believe you're more than more percentage and chances or opportunity to actually get invited and get your NIV visa, the National Innovation Visa, which is a permanent residency visa, and it's actually very valuable. So let's jump in there and have a look. And if you do wanted to know more about detail of National Innovation Visa, we have done some video already, and we'll continue to roll out more information in regards to entirety of the NIV visa. Now, all right, Tier 2, let's as you can see there, now where do you find this page? What you need to do is you need to go to Google and just type in National Innovation Visa priorities, and you should be able to find out this official web page published by the Immigration of Australia. So if we roll down to, so we have gone through all that, and now we're going to focus on the Tier 2, which is this one here, and as you can see it's under priority 4. Now what are the priority 3? That's Tier 1. And what are the priority 2? That's the government agencies endorsement or nomination. And priority 1 will be the the top tier people that with the global experts and things. So let's go down here and let's have a chat about the Tier 2 priority sector. Now they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but that's not the entirety, because when you click on detail and go into each of these information, it actually go into sub sectors, so it's actually expanding more. So the first one is Agri-food and AgTech. So it's talking about food technology, how the technology could actually enhance a better quality, better nutrient type of food that it's good for our fitness and health. So if you're looking into this innovation, value adding agriculture, forestries and fisheries sector, so that also involve in automations and how you could more efficiently or effectively grow fruit or whatever the food, or fishes, prawns, any type of these kind of things that relate to food. So biotech, again, and we have seen biotech in the Tier 1 as well. That's more relate to critical sector, critical technology, and also the health sector. But biotech is actually used in the agri-food as well. So I've noticed there's some so-called biochar used for growing better plants and things like that. So that's all into biotechnology, biosecurity, disease management. So yes, there's a lot of probably not insect, but viruses and things that doesn't affect us as human, but affect the plants, affect the fruits, affect the growth. So how do you manage those kind of things? And especially with the climate changes nowadays, things goes differently than the previous 20-30 years. So there's more or precise and probably utilizing AI technology to actually monitor all these big data and things like that. Farm management technology. So probably if the farm's so big, you probably use satellite to or sensing technology. So that also related back to some of the Tier 1 sector as well. So just give you the reason of this video. A lot of people don't understand these sectors. So I wanted to put in more samples, examples to get you more understanding. Food technology, yes, there's a lot of packaging technology. There's all type of different technology. How do you preserve food better? Refrigeration and things like that. There's a lot of different things out there at this point in time, especially we're going into affecting by the climate changes. Processing primary industry output, so that's more about the automation things. Innovation, sustainable agriculture, forestry and fishery, manufacturing products of user connected to primary industry. So that's what I said about packaging and things like that, or logistic. Some food required to be logistically transported in under or a certain level of temperature, for example, things like this. Now the next one is education. Now, education is it's very hard to pitch, because a lot of people think that, oh, I work in school, I work in a university, so can I get a national innovation visa? No, of course you cannot. You probably can get a 482, the skills and demand working visa, but if you want to get into the national innovation visa, let's look at this: academic, research and management university, high learning institution. The sector include but not limited to specializations. They are giving you some samples, examples. Senior management university and higher learning institution. The key word here is the higher learning institution. So you can be in the senior management, but if you're working in the childcare education, can you? No. Okay, if you're working in a school, no. You got to be at a higher level learning institution. That basically meant university or some research institution. By means, this senior management usually manages, monitors, or implement technologies that probably, for example, they oversees and manage all the student profiles. That's one thing. A lot of people are already using that. How do you, using the big data of all this information, how do you manage the entire campus? Campus can be so big, right? There's a lot of things to be managed. That's all within the education, and utilizing the big data and AI technology. Don't know, probably into different departments and things like that. So you gotta be in the higher level learning institution. And senior academic research. So yeah, basically these research and the academics in the level D and E, international equivalent, that usually will involve innovation in technology as well. Because if you wanted to research, you don't research anything. By means, innovation and technology is really connected nowadays. If you research on whatever thesis or PhD, you don't research something that's already developed. So it's got to be innovative, right? So that's what it is. So it's pretty straightforward, explanatory there. Now, next one is defense capability and space. Now, it's pretty straightforward, explained by itself. Advanced foreign defense and space capability. Obviously, the defense sector is the big words nowadays. There's a lot of things going on around the world. So basically, military. Missiles, defense systems. Jets, tanks, things like that. There's actually a lot of these kind of stuff going on inside of internal Australia. And a lot of these military bases are mainly in the northern part of Australia, because that's where supposedly all the potential threats are coming from. Develop, manufacture sustainable products and input defense capability. Now that's pretty tough things, okay? Electromagnetic technology. Propulsion systems, space objects, space system engineers, space set enabling skills. So space is pretty straightforward. Rockets, satellite, anything related to that. And that also relates back to the tier 1, where they talked about advanced material, because a lot of advanced material is used for military usage and also for the space tech as well. So depends which part that you're in. So all right, the next one is financial service and fintech. Now again, I need to stress this. A lot of people in the previous global talent scheme, they came out and said, "Oh, I work in a bank for about 20 years. I'm a manager now. Can I lodge a GTI or NIV now?" No, you cannot. You need to prove that there is a tech or innovation involved in there. So as you see, the subtitle here reads "Advancing Innovation in the Financial Service and Technology or Technology Industry." So one is the application programming, so it's more about tech rather than finance. As you can see, working in bank, or you provide thousands of loan agreements, done, completed, very good, but if nothing relates to tech or innovation, probably not. How do you innovate from mortgage? Probably that's very mature industry already. So blockchain engineering, cloud technology, fintech, cyber, data security, financial data science and security, software engineering. So you see, it's more about securing big data, cyber security, and creating, managing or implementing systems that enables fintechs, financial technology that relates to a lot of things right now. All right, so that's what that is. So purely working in the bank won't work. You will not meet the criteria. The next one is infrastructure and transport. Now again, people came out, have query. I've been in the construction industry for so long. Can I get an NIV? No, you gotta prove again. You gotta be in those innovation sector, and usually you involve technology again. So technology is the key words, not just innovation, because innovation could really deviate your understanding about an NIV. So it really involves technology, because innovation can be something like innovate something out of the paper, but it doesn't really help or commercialization. It can be innovated, but it doesn't commercialize. It won't work. So usually commercialization will involve probably 70-80% or plus technology in there. So infrastructure, innovative manufacturing, as you can see, innovative manufacturing will be involving technology, of course, support development of transport sector. So for example, building subways or building a better tram. We've seen the new what's that called in the Brisbane's the new transit system, things like this, or perhaps rolling out the electronic vehicle, EV bus, things like that. We'll actually get into those ones. So again, also infrastructure could also be there, because if you want to roll out a new subway station, you need to get a tunnel. Tunnel requires a lot of tech. There's a lot of tech in there, because you don't want to drill a tunnel and got everyone buried inside of the tunnel, right? You need to get involved a lot of technology to actually measure precisions and things like that. So that's what it's talking about. So that's including road, bridges, and also of course airports. Now a lot of our new large cities now are building more and more airport, because there are more airplanes flying nowadays, and in the coming future the airplane can go faster. If it goes faster, the transportation will reduce the costs and more transportation. So airport is a major stuff, and you see airport as the new airport become more and more beautifully built, as designing things. A lot of things are actually involved in there, and a lot of commercial goods are now being shipped. Not even shipped, they couried by airplane nowadays. So that's another thing there. Now last but not least, the resource, it's pretty self-explanatory, but it's going to be again innovative product developments. So automations, that's technology, industry 4.0 skill, beneficent technology. I'm not too sure what that is, but again, it's a technology. Mineral, battery mineral, again, that's a big one, because we're moving into electric vehicle nowadays. Battery is very, very important. Not to overburn. We see a lot of cars being overburned. How do you manage the material not to be overburned? It's just like how back in 50 years ago, how we manage petroleum not to explode it in the automobile. The same thing now. If you drive a car, you have petroleum in there, gas is so very safe. but in 50 years ago, half decades ago, it was very dangerous. Exploration services, geology, oil, gas, and the hydrogen. But hydrogen is more towards the critical technology nowadays. So oil and gas is pretty mature tech now. Resource management, resource waste management, value-added resource sectors, and so on and so forth. So anyhow, this quick video just to summarize what tier 2 will be under what priority 4 of the NIV visa. So should you have more question query, more than welcome to leave comment right down below, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.